My name is Boku Oyekon Ismaila, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Lagos is home to me. I am Lagos. Lagos, because I was born in the year that Lagos State was created, and my naming ceremony pictures till date. That's how old Lagos is going to be 59. Well, it was already 59 now. It was 59 in May. I'm still just in November. I would be catching up with Lagos. So my naming ceremony pictures and my name as well were captured in photographs, and those photographs, though some of them are not as they are not new again, some of them have really grown old like me, So that lens, those pictures that were taken 59 years ago some of them are still very valid and fresh today. Some of them do fainted, like I said, but still, gives a deja vu, gives an idea of what took place when I was born, when I was named, the naming ceremony and everything. Because my father was just 2 years on the throne as King of Lagos. And you can imagine a lot of people. I was born on a day that the traditional festival, which was done weekly, the Oseiga, was done, was a Tuesday, but still, I am Abosedi. Most people's Abosedi, they were born on Sunday, but I was born on a Tuesday and I'm Abosedi. Photographs are very important. They keep memories. They let you remember, oftentimes good times, sometimes maybe not so good times when you take them, like maybe burial ceremonies, some fatal accidents when captured at the right time, so many things. Photography is important, and a lot of people, it's a good profession, and many people make a lot of money from it. So youths out there, young ones, even old people, I love to take photographs. I take photographs for the body. That is Body of Permanent Secretaries. I am the unofficial photographer of the body because it's my passion. It's something that I love to do. So photography to me is something that is inborn, and some of my children have also taken to photography, one as a profession and some others as hobbies. So photography and photographs are very, very important. They are also economic means of telling stories and making money, because sometimes these artists these days take some photographs. There are some prominent photographers in Lagos, that everything good and creative starts and ends, maybe not ends anymore, but starts from Lagos, and a lot of people come here to learn. I don't want to say copy, to learn and share in our experiences. And so please spread the word that photography and World Photograph Day or World Photography Day is important for both the old, the young, and the yet unborn, because every story, every picture. I saw recently a photograph that was taken of my dad and some musicians, and even with the Emir of Kano, with the King and Queen of England, so many things, even when you're not there. And these moments and memories are captured in photographs, even generations yet unborn. If the photographs are well preserved, then they can see this and look experience as well. They can picture what must have transpired. Naming ceremony captured from beginning to the end in photographs, burial ceremonies, weddings, different things, even graduations, even appointment as permanent secretary, appointment or employment, graduate, so many things. So photography is important. I grew up in Isaliku. I'm proudly Omo Isaliku. And photographs, we had a lot of photographers around scattered. Even just today at a program, one young man came to me. He works in the Ministry of Information, and I never knew that. I know him as a photographer, a stage photographer, but he came up to me today and told me that his father was my father's personal photographer in Idiomo. And I was like, but I have known him. Why are you just telling me today? Perhaps he knew that we're celebrating World Photography Day. I would like people to take different pictures of Isaliku, from the palace to the traditional palaces to Idumota, where the hustle and bustle of Lagos happens, to Balogun Market, to the Ebute Market, to Ebute, where fish and fish sellers and so many other things are done, to when people are actually celebrating. During the Eyo festival in December, a lot of photographs were taken, and when I went on the eve of Eyo, oh my, I know that a lot of photographs and posterity were captured on lenses. So that is my Lagos. That is my home. That is my eyes through the lens. Come visit Lagos. Thank you. My simple advice is be resilient, be dedicated, be passionate about what you do, and whatever it is that you see, show the good part. Though photography is what you see, you take what you see, but ensure that you take more positive pictures than negative pictures, and watch trends, because our young ones, especially young photographers, once you keep posting things and you have a lot of followers, some people will keep asking for more. So ensure that you go for rare pictures. Sometimes when I'm going home and I see the sun going down, I just bring out my phone and take the picture. I'm not a professional photographer, but I love photographs and I love to take photographs. So if somebody is doing it as a profession, look for unique things. I'm sure, I don't want to mention names, but there are people that are made just through photography. Thank you.
My name is Sunkanmi Oyegbola. I am a Lagosian to the core. Ọmọ Èkó pàtàkì from Olówógbowó. I'm Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Office of the Head of Service. For me, photographs help to rejig memories, something that you partook of, and then maybe years down the line, you can share it with your children, your grandchildren, to bring back memories. Photography as well you can relive the past without being in the past. For instance, I can see the photograph of my great-grandfather, for instance, who I never had the opportunity of meeting. So you can see, okay, so this is what this person looked like and all the like. So really, it's good for memories. I recall a very funny incident. I was at my dad's place some years back, and we were going through old photographs, and I saw this funny looking girl with bow leg. So I was like, Daddy, who is this? He said, it's you. I said, me? Is this my fine straight legs? This can't be me now. He said, no, but it is you. I'm like, what? This is what I looked like age 2, So I felt, so all this accord I'm doing, God has really been good to me. That this my leg straightened on his own. The bow leg was serious bow leg. So really, photographs can bring back memories that will make you laugh, that will give you reality of what had been. I saw my children photographs of when their dad came to Dobale. He was going to marry me, and they were laughing and all that. So, it's kind of a glue, sort of. It glues the present to the past, and of course, the future can also partake of it when they come. So, photography is good. Memories and memories. That's something that is, for me, commendable. I would, and these days everybody is into photography. I mean, all these Gen Zs, that's what they are doing now, and they're making so much money from it. I really want to be a Gen Z at this time, but really, I would advise them to do investigative journalism. To bring out pictures. I was in Kigali last week, and we visited the Genocide Memorial Center, and they had this talking wall of photographs of the incidents that happened. You will see where people were massacred in the church, different, So it was something that was speaking, and they had stories around it. The survivors were able to tell the story of some of the events, and then the caption for the center is "Remember, Reunite, and Renew." So it actually linked the new generation, the young ones that were born after the genocide, with the past. And it had helped our society to evolve, to understand that they need to unite. So really, photography for us too, as a nation, can tell our story. Can tell our story now and in the past. You will see picture stories of Marina, the old Marina. You will see Broad Street, fewer cars. You see how they had the Afro, all these dances, all these nightclubs in the past. I've seen pictures of all those ones, and I think Lazra can still do a lot in getting some of these pictures from the older generations to tell our story. What is Lagos? Lagos to me, it's a place that speaks of prosperity. Even in the past, you see the pictures of Darushas, you see pictures, the first mosque, Jitabi Mosque in Lagos, you see what it looked like then, what it's like now, and our children can begin to factor into it, they can see it. The old telephone that you have to do green in there. If you show it to a Gen Z, they are wondering, does this ever exist? So pictures really, photographs bring back memories. And also, it's a learning curve. It teaches a lesson, a historical lesson about culture, about values, about ethics.
My name is Adebukola Agbaminoja. I'm the Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board. To me, photography is memory captured in frame. It takes you back to a particular era, even if you were not born at that era, such era. It gives you opportunity to see what was, what is, or what is to come. Photography communicates emotion without actually saying a word. You look at a picture and it might actually speak more than 1,000 words. That's, for me, is photography. The theme for this year's World Photography Day is Home Through My Lens. And for me, that is Lagos. Lagos is home to me. And I remember growing up in the 70s, in 77 to be precise, when we had the Festac 77. There was so much festivity, there was so much photography. And I remember photographing with my dad, who is now late. It was so much fun. I just remember the fun. I didn't know what it was at that time. Back then, I didn't remember what the festivity was about. I just knew I had too much to eat, too much to drink, and there were so many beautiful people with different attires and colorings all over the place. I have a picture of it, and my parents will always wonder how I could still remember that festival because I was quite young, but I do remember it being fun, and that is what photography is about. It documents history. It reminds us of moments in our past. It brings back beautiful memories, sometimes bad memories, but it just helps us keep going on. It energizes us. You go back to the photographs and you remember your loved ones, whether still living, whether gone, but you remember those beautiful moments you had with them, and it brings back memories. You notice that this year's hashtag is different eyes, different stories, one Lagos. This is evidently so because we wanted to view the Lagos story from different angles. And for we adults, we've seen Lagos so much that we might not notice some things. But we're bringing the children in to change the narrative, because what the children will see is different from what the adults will see. They're very curious. They see things newly. The environment, they are more conscious of their environment. We want to see Lagos through the lens of these children, and we want them to tell us what they see with their cameras. Who knows? Among these children, we might have a filmmaker, we might have a photographer, we'll have creatives of tomorrow. We want to start with them, and the time is now. Happy World Photography Day.
My name is Bimba Kintel. I'm an actress, I'm a producer, and I like to say sometimes a director. Photography, pictures, one picture tells a million stories. As an actor, I should know that because we tell all sorts of stories with the camera. And for me, part of my Lagos experience, growing up in Lagos, so many different things to talk about. I remember the first picture, one of my favorite pictures growing up is at the Allen Roundabout. I can't remember which governor it was, but they put these statues, little statues of hands. So we all went there, me and my siblings, all of us went there and took pictures there because it was so cool. We sat in the chairs, which were hands, and we took pictures. And it was such a fun experience. And that picture tells you everything you need to know about myself and my siblings. We're each other's support system, each other's homes, so to speak. Until tomorrow, you'll find all of us will meet in one house with all our kids and spend maybe the weekend together in one house or 1 week together. And all those pictures growing up are stories that we tell our kids. We pass on that same feeling, that warmth, that aspect of home through the pictures onto our kids. And we also build new memories by taking pictures with the kids. So every occasion that we spend together, there's always a picture to commemorate it. Happy World Photography Day, everyone.
Osezua Stephen Imogie is my name. World Photography Day. For me, photography is everything. I once taught photography in Nigerian Institute of Journalism. I once owned a photographic studio, so for me, it's a big deal. Talking about photography, recently I saw an old photograph of mine while I was still in secondary school. Maybe I was like 15, 16 years there. And at first, I thought it was my second son. Because that's when I knew he looked exactly just like me. So that's what photography can do. More than that, I'm a TV film producer. And for film, TV, we deal with photography, though motion photography, or photographs in motion. Photography means a lot. I was on the photographic teacher at the Nigerian Institute of Journalism. I once ran a photo studio, and every day of my life is photograph because I work with photograph. Yes, as a TV film producer, I work with photograph because that's why you have director of photography. You don't have director of video because the film itself is just photography strings together that give the illusion. So what I miss actually about photography is that there are some, when I growing up seeing what Lagos was, sometimes I wish I could see some of those pictures again when you compare to what is happening today. And let's start taking photographs so that it's for the future. I wish all photographs lovers a world happy photography day. Thank you.